Well, thankfully my prayers were heard and the next boss wasn't a wash. It was a giant armored spider with a second head sticking out of its ass. To be honest, the victory over it I owe to phantoms that I summoned. I don't know why Dark Souls 2 just doesn't seem to encourage banging yourself against the bosses till you master them. Cause on one hand you get spoiled by easy dull bosses, on the other getting a health reduction every time you die makes you not really care for most tries. When you have less than maximum health, you know that you become less efficient, so all the attempts still using the next human effigy, I do half-assed, just mildly torturing my luck for an easy victory. And if I'm human, there is no reason not to summon a phantom or two, or it just becomes a waste of a human effigy. Well, in Dark Souls 1 I haven't summoned a player to my aid even once. After the spider got annihilated by holy flames of Chairman Bow, I was lost. I didn't know where to go or what to do, I didn't know how to progress my game, and it seemed I had to backtrack to bosses I've left behind. Belfry Gargoyles were the first in my list, and once again I got incredibly lucky. Upon entering the tower, I got invaded of course, but the invader was not too skillful, so I killed him. That allowed me to summon another phantom to help me deal with the gargoyles. And with Hana's help, mostly with me helping Hana to be fair, gargoyles were defeated, and as I predicted, that led me to a key that opened locked doors in the Lost Bastille. That resulted in nothing really, but the most embarrassing death I've experienced in Dark Souls 2. Seriously, look at this shit. Regardless, the zombified Great Grey Wolf Sith was the only next step. This boss took me several tries, but was mostly a gamble, since the only thing that matters here is whether you can kill the ads before they poison you, or the boss himself kills you. And if you manage to survive, being under the boss basically makes you invincible, providing an easy victory. Unfortunately, defeating the boss didn't provide me with a path to the next great soul. So the only thing I had imagination for is running around Majula for an hour, crashing boxes and barrels with my own body, when suddenly I stumbled upon an NPC that I met quite a while ago that opened a whole new way for me. That led me to some glaring AI issues. Some of the stuff I saw is just mind-blowing, like an undead that kills himself for no reason, or a red phantom that doesn't seem to grasp the idea of long-range combat. Freaking pathetic! Almost as pathetic as the next boss. The skeleton lords are horseshits. I was kinda pissed off at them actually. It's not even a boss, it's just a bunch of skeletons that died as easily as a bunch of skeletons. Thankfully, the next boss was really fun. It is my favorite boss so far, because it manages to break the routine and introduce something new to the process. Not unique, but new. The chariot that goes in a circle, killing everything on the way, is just awesome. The way your heart stops watching it rush towards the gate you have to lower in order to stop at is incredible, and the fact that it's not easy even having 3 people fighting it is just refreshing. That was a satisfying victory that took several deaths and quite a bit of effort, so I just love the boss. Unlike the next boss, cause this is just insulting, a slug that you can simply outrun. Come on, Dark Souls, after the chariot you give me this? The Asylum Demon from the first game's tutorial is more intimidating than this. It is just awful. Perhaps the easiest thing I've ever fought in a Dark Souls game. The next boss also wasn't a big challenge, just a Naga queen that knows a couple of spells and has a spear. Big fucking deal. It took me a little bit of dodging and a couple of tries to beat her, while keeping in mind that standing in green goo around the edges is not good for your health, and upon defeating her I ended up in a Super Mario style fiery castle. If the next boss is going to be Bowser that just shoots himself in the head, I won't be surprised.